watch how things will get brighter. Someday, these comments are gonna get it undone. Someday. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's vintagejords on Instagram, vintagejords on like, I guess most of my things. I'm a video content creator and I make videos. Today I'll be speaking about a video I made for an event called Turf Games, which is a team fitness challenge, and they compete against each other for the top spot. How this came about, basically, my partner Shanice was in a group and she was competing on that day and she wanted me to spectate. I knew I was going to bring my camera regardless, so it was kind of a case of thinking about, right, how can I benefit from this situation? Of course, I'm there to support and spectate, but I have to also think, hey, you know what, maybe I could get maybe more work from this, or I could benefit more from this, or I could get more involved. Yeah, so that was something that was going through my head. So the morning of, I messaged someone who was going to be there at the event and said if it was okay to bring my camera. They said it was perfectly fine. So I brought like literally how do you explain it? I brought like a very packed down version of all my kit. So it was literally just a camera and a gimbal, I think. I don't even think I even brought a mic. One thing that I did make sure I did is like literally the day before that event, I kind of put together like a mood storyboard. Is something that I work on a lot. A mood storyboard is basically a storyboard using different references. So I don't really draw my images. I kind of use references from like Google Images and kind of bring that in to basically inspire or kind of give myself or someone else a better idea of what I'm trying to make. So I made that for the event. And in my head, I was like, right, I want to be making something similar to this, knowing that I'm going to be restricted because they'll obviously have their own crew there. They'll have, you know, staff members there. The one thing I don't want to do is get too caught up in that and get in people's way. You kind of just want to kind of be a fly on the wall in a way. So now I've had a storyboard for it. It took a bit of time to get the music together because it was an Under Armour sponsored event. And if you know me, you know that I spend a lot of time when I do like athletic sort of videos. A lot of my inspiration does come from the Under Armour campaigns and the Nike campaigns. Are literally a massive inspiration behind a lot of my like athletic pieces, if you've seen any of them. I just think in terms of when it comes to them making like sports content, I think Under Armour are very much one of my top picks for how they just get stuff done, like they just stick for it. Within the situation I was in and the restrictions I had, I wanted to make something as close to an Under Armour style promo. Now I've got the mood board with me. I didn't even decide on the song until I was actually en route there. I think, like I said in the previous video, music is probably one of the hardest things to, you know, just double down on, because you can't keep changing music, especially if you're like an editor like myself who edits a lot. Like most of my edits are to music. So if I had to change music halfway through after my edits, it's basically start all over again, because I just love listening to the beat of the music and trying to like replicate that. Like if I hear it, it should be cut in a similar way. So if you see a lot of my videos, that's something that I really do pride myself on, is the fact that I listen to the music in a way that I'm like, right, this cut needs to emulate this song, or it needs to, like if I have a lot of time to sit on a project, then you see it more in it, because I haven't got that the restrictions of deadlines or anything like that, so I can really take my time and really, you know, listen to like layers of the music and, you know, go, oh, like there's a snare there that I really want to be able to cut to. So yeah, I'm en route there and I'm literally just playing music after music after music, and I was getting closer and closer to the location. I'm like, I still haven't got a song yet. This might change the whole tempo of what I'm kind of what I want to get in terms of footage. So what happened was I ended up going onto YouTube, and here's a little bit of a secret as to how I found the song and how I narrowed down the song. I searched for pep rallies. So like, if you know anything about pep rallies, especially in America, it's like this big like rally to get like all the athletes and all the people in attendance like ready for an event. Beyonce's Homecoming is a good example. Like the whole style of the music and the whole like you know, drums. I don't really know the big history behind pep rallies, but when I see one, that's kind of the vibe I get. It's literally a big, massive crowd popper, gets everyone ready and like excited for an event. So I searched pep rallies and I was trying to just basically get a vibe of what sort of song got people rallied up, I guess that's the right word to use. Then I got like, you know when you just go into the depths of YouTube, just going through video after video after video after video after video, came across the song that I picked, which was a Migos track.
Are you ready? Is you ready? Ready. You say you ready. Whole squad ready.
I heard it and I was literally just like visualizing the shots and I was like, oh my days, this is gonna be the song. This has to be the song. Even if it, like, I don't care anymore. It's the song. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever I cut, it has to just, whatever I shoot, doesn't matter because this is the song. Even if it's like a slow-mo, this is the song. Like, I think you got the point that tune was a tune. And this is when it gets a bit tricky. I mean, I don't advise everyone to do something like this. You kind of have to be, I don't even know, you got to think before, you got to know what you want out of the situation. So for me, I knew, right, I wanted to make sure I made a good video. I wanted to make sure that I wanted the people that run that event to see it. So in the future, if they're ever looking for someone or looking for more videographers, then they know that if I contact them or if they contact me, that I've got something to show. Like, it's kind of like using your initiative in a way. It's in a way you're trialing yourself. I wasn't told to go there and film. I kind of took it upon myself to do that. So yeah, turned up there and I was literally just like, all right, cool. Spotted like a few cameramen. I was like, uh-oh, I've got to be a bit careful here. Don't want to be treading on anyone's toes. So just keep clear and then shoot your stuff. I was just picking up footage as the day was progressing, and I knew what I kind of wanted to get. I knew I wanted to get right. I want to get an exercise like this. I want to get an exercise like that. I wanted to showcase something that was people in, you know, knackered, like pushing through it. And I also wanted to show like equality, because if you weren't at that event and you heard about it, I guess you wouldn't know how equal playing field a lot of the things was in terms of like male and female. Like, male and female counterparts were literally toe for toe doing exactly the same. It was mad. Like, I was watching it and I was like, damn, like that girl's going as hard as that guy. It's mad. So I really wanted to showcase that sort of equality, like not a guy versus girl sort of vibe, but just showcasing that the girls are just as good as the guys. One thing that I also told myself when I was there was there was already a camera team. So it wouldn't be a good idea for me to do something that highlights the whole event, because what's the point of me doing that when they've already hired a group of people to do that? Do you know what I mean? So that's another thing that I had to think about when I was shooting. That was, look, if they already got 3 or 4 cameramen already on set, what does it do if I turn up and do something very similar? So that kind of gives you the freedom of creating something just solely off your own back. Like, you could take risks, you could come up with ideas where you're like, you know what, if I was commissioned to do this, I'd be a little bit nervous about doing something like this because I haven't done it before. Do you know what I mean? So now I'm in a position where I'm not commissioned to do it, I'm just there just because I've got my camera. I could be like, right, I'm not gonna shoot that because I know I don't want that in the shot. Whereas if it was a commission thing, they'd be like, try and get everything. A lot of people, when you do talk to them, they're like, right, this is the event, try and capture everything so we have everything. And that always covers your back. That's what I do recommend. But then when you're in the position I was, it was more about, right, you already know what you want to, you already know what you want to make. So get the shots that complement your vision. As the day was progressing, I was getting the footage I needed, and I was also making sure once I got that footage locked in my mind and know that I've captured everything I need to, because it was basically it was a circuit, so a lot of people were doing the same things. So I had to make sure I had, you know, an outdoor section, a strength section, people literally, you know, gasping for air because they've literally given it their all in that. So I wanted to make sure I had something like that in there. And just introducing myself. I think that's one thing that a lot of videographers tend not to do is, you never know what kind of clientele you can meet by just introducing yourself. Like, a camera is a very, very interesting tool to hold in your hand when you're at an event. I managed, so I got a lot of footage, and like I was saying, when you do introduce yourself to people, make sure you exchange contacts, because like I said, you don't know what sort of clientele you might meet where it benefits you, later down the line, do you know what I mean? So a lot of people that I was meeting, I was like, hey, I'm just shooting the video, like, I can't guarantee you're gonna be in it, but please check it out. And if you ever, like, in an area, or if you ever need a videographer, give me a shout, slide to my DMs, or message me, or email me, and we'll get something going. So that was something that was very beneficial, because, like, you'll see in the later concept, something from this event led to another concept that I had in mind to do, which was really interesting. So now I've shot that, and you'll see there's elements in there where it's literally showcasing, like, I wanted the song to be a hype song, get people going. You hear that when you hear the song, are you ready? Yeah, like, that's supposed to be like a wake up call, because what I didn't want to do is a highlight video. I wanted to do something that was more like a hype up video. So something that gets you like, oh guys, this is coming, like, this is happening next week. Check out this video to get you ready for next week. So I wanted people to look it directly into the lens. Why not? You know what I mean? I'm not restricted. I could kind of do what I want. It could work, it could not. Always have a backup plan. So that was an aim, to do something like, to people look directly into their lens, because the song was about being ready. So I wanted to create that. So it's really interesting when you walk up to people, it's like, hey, can I just get a shot of you looking directly into their lens? Your director hat gets on, and you're like, yeah, so imagine you just finished doing that last rep and you're knackered, and now that's the shot I need. So I got that. You'll see that at the end. It features quite a few people. So now we're on the editing stage. The editing stage was really straightforward, in my opinion, only because I already knew, like, exactly what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted in the end. I knew what I wanted in the beginning. In the middle, it's just piecing the puzzle. Once I got the editing done, I was like, you know what? Game plan, right? I wanted to make sure this video was the first video out. That was one thing that I really wanted to make sure I did, was I'm not there as a staff member, I'm just there as a spectator. I need to leave an impression. My impression is, get that video done, dusted, out the door, straight, send it straight to them and let them know, hey guys, check this out. Right, so I'm like, cool, I could do that on Monday. With no harm. And this was the event happened on Saturday, so I was like, yeah, I'll do it on, I'll edit a bit tonight, I'll edit a bit tomorrow, and then I'll drop it on Monday. Sunday morning hits now, boom. A video has been uploaded. I was like, oh my God, wow. Literally, like, I think it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, they dropped a video from the event, like a highlight video, a bit like a teaser video. And I was like, oh my goodness, how? Like, before I even said, oh my goodness, I think I just grabbed my laptop and went, right, I guess we're gonna have to edit all day today. Try and get this out today. We're pushing it forward. The reason for that, it's nothing to be, like, it wasn't a case of like jealousy or anything like that. It was just like, if anyone understands, it was a case of, you don't want to leave things too late, because things happen in the hype of the moment. If something happens, if an event happens on a Saturday, depending on the agreement you do have with people, try and get that done as fast as possible. And done right, obviously, quality. But you want to get them the assets as fast as possible. Why? Because it just shows professionalism, it shows quality, it shows value. But please don't try and do that straight away. That's not how it works. Like, if you're able to do that, that's a bonus, that's a benefit, but try and aim to do that, I guess. I wanted to make sure I gave that video straight away in good quality, because I didn't want to give that video in like 2 months' time when they've already got all the videos and they're already uploading everything. It just doesn't impact as much as it would if you gave it to them first thing. The change of plan, Sunday, we're gonna edit it all day and we're gonna drop it on Sunday. So this is when I literally was just going over and over again, editing it, getting ready, trying to market it correctly. So I had to make sure that I had all the right hashtags ready. I had all the people that featured in it tagged in it, so they could see it. I think it went live around 7, 8 p.m. Dropped it, and then we started tagging people that was in it, trying to make sure that people saw it. If they saw themselves in it, then they will like it. If they were there, then they will like it, hopefully, you know, this and that. I think the bare minimum I think I gave myself was to make sure you post it the day after, or, you know, within 24 hours, within 48 hours, try and post it. Then another bonus was try and get someone that featured in it to like it or follow you, or, you know, build a relationship there. And then last bonus was to get the event to see it and hopefully, you know, post it on their page. All three happened, which was great. So someone who was tagged messaged me saying, oh, that looks really cool, like wicked. And then got a message from the event saying, hey, like really like the video, would it be okay for us to post it? And that was, you know, that's a great bonus, because that's what the intent was. And one thing that any sort of like people that I've got advice from, or like mentors, I would say, like people that I've spoke to, one of their biggest things they say in this industry is to over deliver. And that's one thing that I think would always stick, is always trying to over deliver. So although I posted my video in an Instagram form and they asked for the video as well, I made sure that I gave them 2 versions of that video. So I gave them the Instagram version that's a little bit shorter and a little bit more snappier, and then I gave them like a wide version. So they got the video, happy with it, we exchanged contact details, and that's someone that now I'm like kind of can possibly get more work from. One, I've got content for myself that I could use for my own portfolio. They've got content because they've seen me do something that's benefited them. They don't, and now we've built a relationship there, so that's moving forward. And then anyone that I've worked with or anyone that features in it, now I feel like I have a little bit of a benefit or a little bit more value when I message them and say, hey, like, would you like to work on something? Because now they go, oh no, yeah, you're the guy that did the video for this, so of course, yeah, like I've seen your work. You've got, like, okay, let's do some work. Yeah, I guess with this video, it's not so much behind the scenes, as much as it is, like, I guess I did give you a bit of behind the scenes, but it's a bit about how to prepare for events when you know, look, I want to be able to do this event in the future. I haven't been given that opportunity, but there is an opportunity of being there. I guess, you know, I paid for a spectator ticket, but I knew if you do a really good job, that's going to benefit you. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, click the bell notification for more information about when I'm going to drop more stuff. And if there's any sort of videos that you've seen of mine that you want to know the behind the scenes of, then shout me and I'll try my best to do that. So yeah, thank you, like, subscribe, I'm out. Oh my God, cut the camera, cut it. No paparazzi, please.